Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it? That thing you do. Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it?
Oh, hey, Cynthia, how you doing?
Why isn't this turning on?
Hi.
Good. Sorry.
Rick was just here
Hold on,
too,
this thing
so
is
we're
like-
having, I guess you guys are all having technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was having trouble getting on first. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and Rick said he's going to reboot because I couldn't hear him at all. So it was whatever. It's kind of, I mean, we've only been doing this for like a week. So so it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's totally, and Rick's here now, but we can't see him. Let's see if we can. Hey, Rick, can you hear us?
Yes, you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can
Yes.
hear you now. How you doing?
Okay, good. I thought I was having issues. And I was like, okay, I think we're good now. And then I saw you, and then you're like, I can't hear you. I was like, oh, come on.
I was just telling Cynthia, I'm like, look, we've only been doing this for like a week. This is very difficult. You know what I mean? Like, we're all
new.
newbies. Yeah, it's all
new.
good. It's all good.
It's not like people that have been doing it for 9 years or anything.
No, 9 years every day at the same, you know what I mean? Like someone, it's not like it's someone who's been doing it for 9 years every day solidly. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, Melody.
Hi, Melanie. How are you? That was a sudden intro. Oh, you didn't hear the whole thing? I did the intro. Oh, it didn't come on again. Yeah, but we might have seen it in here, but maybe they didn't see it out there. I don't know. I'll have to check it out later.
Did you hit go live first or the music first?
Music first and then live.
Yeah, I do go live first.
Yeah,
Someone
I know.
has static. Who has static?
Who has static? But who? Oh, she's saying voice-wise. Voice-wise. Who
Check
has
my
static?
settings.
It's probably Rick. It's always Rick. No, I'm just kidding.
Could be me with my old phone, you know.
Oh, whatever. I don't even know what to say. It's so amazing. No, I still
It's
do.
so
this
funny.
thing.
The other day I was looking at my old planner, and it was a year ago on the 20th where we had that mega podcast with all the guys.
Oh yeah, with what's the name of his show?
Collaboration. Oh, late night parents.
Late Night Parents.
Yeah.
That's right. Hi, Lister Mate 2.
Anthony, right?
Anthony. Hi, Anthony. It was a year ago?
It was a year ago.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that sounds
God.
right.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
warning. This chair that I've had for several years is on its last leg. So I cannot move at all.
You're gonna
Like,
see him go.
if I go like this, it's okay. It'll stop. But if I go this way or forward, it keeps going. And I'm like, it's going to break. So I had to order a new one. But it might not be here till Wednesday. I'm like, oh, Lord, please get here earlier than that. But yeah, so I have to be very still. Can't
Okay,
make any
we don't
sudden movements.
require you to dance or anything on the show, have
No,
we?
I'm just saying if all of a sudden I go, boom, do you know why?
Didn't that happen the other day, though? Was it?
Yeah.
Did it?
I was on
The
with
chair
you,
went
right?
down.
It went down, right? It was kind of, yeah, it was kind of funny. So I was watching Eddie Murphy's. It was just a clip, but do you remember the whole ice cream man is coming? Like when I mean, he talks about like, you know, you could be playing with marble. I don't know who was playing with marbles. Clearly, he's a little bit older than all of us, but you'd be playing marbles and you would hear the ice cream, you know, the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
And he does the song, you know, do, 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 whatever it was. You know? That whole thing. And it started making me remember like my favorite, like things, like moments in time when I was a kid. You know, and that was one of them. I remember. But then I would get so sad because you couldn't always, I don't know about you guys, I couldn't always buy something because we didn't always have money. Or mother said no, period.
Yeah. I beg. Sometimes I say yes, sometimes I said no.
Yeah.
What's
I
funny,
remember
at my cousin's house, though, if we were at my cousin's, because we'd go visit a lot of times, I guess so that they didn't look bad or cheap, they would always say yes if it was at my cousin's house. I'm like, "Oh, I like when my cousin's at it."
oh, really? Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so parents be like that and shit. No, I'm just kidding.
And then I got to say, "And you can't have none, and you can't
Yes.
have none."
And then it falls.
Yeah.
Well, wait, the kids all sing and they say, because your mother is on welfare and your father is an alcoholic. Want a lick? Psych. And then it falls. And then the little kid on welfare with the alcohol picks it up and he's like, mwah! It's really a great, I mean, you should
It's
just
really funny.
Google Eddie Murphy and ice cream truck. It doesn't matter, it'll come up. But I was just thinking about that. And I was just thinking about like growing up in favorite moments in time. If you guys had moments like that you remember that were like crystallized like that.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't know if
the
you
Ice
did.
Cream Man is definitely one for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you grew up in Connecticut, so is
Mhm.
ice cream man just a East Coast thing?
Why, they don't have it in California?
No, I don't know. I didn't grow up here.
But you
Yeah,
don't
but
see
you
them
got
around now?
I don't live with kids. I mean, I guess we live. It's apartments where I live. You know, I don't know if there's a lot of kids here, but I'm sure there are. Ice cream. Is there still ice cream truck things where you guys grew up? Where you guys live?
Yeah.
I don't honestly pay attention anymore.
I mean, you still hear the music.
I got my own motherfucking ice cream. You know what I mean? Well, what are some? I mean, do you guys have any moments that you remember that were cool? I used to like playing. I think I mentioned this because we had train tracks in the back, and we used to all go back there in the winter. We would go sledding down those hills from the train tracks. I don't know if you remember that, Cynthia, but in the back where I grew up on Rosemary Street, there were those hills because there were all the Amtrak trains that would go by there. So we'd
Yeah.
go tobogganing or sledding down there whenever there was snow. It was kind of cool.
We used to do that over down in Jamaica Pond in that big hill.
I don't remember going to Jamaica Pond. And I mean, I know what you're talking about. The sugar, what is it?
Yeah,
The sugar
yeah, that
bowl or
big
something.
hill, yeah.
The sugar bowl or the sugar
I think
something?
so, something like that.
Sugar bowl or something. But yeah. I mean, but I don't remember sledding down there. I remember
Oh.
rolling in the summertime, like rolling down and getting super dizzy.
Yeah, behind my house we have like I don't know what you call it, embankment. It's like a wall, but then behind it, it's kind of really steep. And my parents are like, "Don't go down there. You're gonna get hurt." Blah blah blah.
So
Okay.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, we were like climbing and trying not to fall and having fun. But speaking of snow, like building a snowman, that was always fun. Never did an igloo though. I don't know why I never tried to do
Wait,
an
you
igloo.
built a snowman? I think that was a myth growing up. I never built a snowman.
Because we lived in the hood.
We lived in the hood. Yeah. And I don't remember the snow ever being that. I mean, I remember the snow being that thick and deep or whatever, but I don't ever remember being like a little Norman Rockwell family. Like, oh, let's all get together and do like that.
Oh no, our parents didn't do it. It was just me and my brother.
No, I remember being pushed into snowbanks. Like I remember
Or snow angels. Did you guys do that? Snow angels?
Yeah, we did those.
War, snow angels were a thing. Yeah. No, but I remember when the big the bulldozers would come in. I don't know if they're bulldozers, but they would take snow plows and they would push all the snow, right? And then it would just make this way, but then you would play on the embankments. And I remember we would get scared because there would be all these stupid stories, and I'm sure they knew, and I don't want to offend anybody, but like a kid died because he was, in the snowbank or something or whatever. And I'd be like, we were just playing the other day. How could you get it stuck? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But yeah, I remember that. But I hate snow. I've always hated snow. But I've had good times in snow.
I have a love-hate. If I'm playing in it, then I'm loving it. But if I
Yeah,
have
but
to
you still
shovel
have
it,
snow in your life, right?
yeah. Although the last few years it hasn't been as much, shockingly. But shoveling it, that's the bane of my existence. I hated shoveling it.
Driving in it is what I hate.
That's not fun either, especially when a 15-minute drive turns into 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but see, that was the great thing is when it would snow, you would just be like, please call my school. Please call my, like you would hope that on the radio, they would call your school as being one of the, remember? You'd be like, please don't let us go to school. Like, awesome. I used to love that. I mean, look I've been I went to school in Vermont, as you guys know. I never need to see snow again. And I just never need to be near the cold ever again. I am not into the cold. And everyone, oh, but the snow looks so pretty. No, it's beautiful. But I can look at it from, I can see a postcard, or you could tell me about it, or I can watch it on TV. I don't ever need to be in it again. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 63 degrees here or something, and I'm like, ooh.
And you're freezing.
Yeah, no.
Check my temperature now. 57 for me outside.
Anthony just said, I remember making snow cream when it snowed. We'd mark a certain area of the snow where we didn't walk in it or played in it. It was just for snow cream. That was the best stuff ever. I don't know what snow cream is.
You just eat it? Is that what it is?
Cones.
Oh, so like you make like a snow cone, so you put the snow in it and then you put like some cream over it? Or maybe that sounds cool.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Snow cream. That's new for me.
But maybe it's like a snow cone. Like that, maybe that's just like different parts of where you live.
That's usually what I got when the ice cream would come, snow cone. I love that.
I don't even remember what I would get. I just remember it being a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I used to get any character that was like in style at the moment.
You would get what?
Like a character. You know how like they have like a Spider-Man or a SpongeBob character?
Oh yeah, no. In the snow, I am older than you. In the ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember that. I don't think we got a lot of ice cream. I think in my head, I want to believe we used to get a lot of ice cream. I don't really envision
those rocket ones, the red, white, and blue ones.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
I like those.
Okay, snow cream was like ice cream, but it was made with snow. Okay, got it. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, no. Okay. So I want to talk about something else. Wait, do you guys have anything else to add about your experiences that you want to share?
I used to love playing hide and seek because where we used to live, remember how we used to live in this little alleyway that was kind of like a cul-de-sac, and so there was a whole bunch of.
You did?
No, I did.
Where? On Forbes?
No, after Forbes.
Oh, see, okay.
Over by Meatland.
I don't remember. Okay, got you. Okay, after Forbes.
So there were a whole bunch of kids, my age and my brother's age. So all of us would get together and just play hide and seek all back there. So that was really fun.
Awesome. We used to play flashlight tag. Did you ever play that?
Oh no.
Flashlight. So it would be at night, because back then we would stay out at night. Be out at night, and you would be it, but you would have, it's like hide and seek, but you would have to find people with the flashlight. And if you tag them, so like we would be like in the trees, on rooftops, under cars, we'd be like, because you'd have to be really hidden, because if not, then you'd be it. It's kind of cool. Flashlight tag. I'm sure there are other people who have experienced it. Okay, Rick. I feel like
my parents didn't really let us go out at night. Like once it started getting dark, get back inside. They were super protective. Street
lights came on, you had to be home.
Super protective and stay on our property. Don't you go a centimeter off the imaginary line there. You in trouble. You got a whooping. Yeah, they were super strict.
Whooping. Really?
But that's why I like going to my cousin's house, because then they were more loose,
I don't think, well, again, so I just want to be clear. It wasn't that my mother wasn't strict. My mother wasn't around. I just want to be clear. Like when we're talking about out, like I was 12, 13, whatever. But I just remember hanging out. Yeah, I used to hang out all the time at night. Yeah. And clearly I hung around with bad people. No, just kidding, like horrible people. No, I did not. I hung out with cool people. But it was a time. It's not that I want to go back. Like I would never go back in time, but it was kind of nice to just think about some of the joys of being younger. And like you didn't have to pay bills. Remember, like you didn't know that you had, and we call it responsibility, but you thought your life was so hard. Remember, you were like, so nobody understands. Nobody gets me. Like, like, and you thought like it was the end of the world, but my God. Yep. You didn't have to worry about paying bills. You didn't have to worry about so many things.
Yeah, exactly. So true. You didn't have a job, You can't get fired from school. Right?
I worked at Little Peach when I was 12.
Okay.
Cynthia, did you work when you were little?
I didn't start working until I was 15.
Yeah. I worked at Little Peach, um, near where I lived. Remember when I forget what the name of that? Oh my God, on Center Street, but near like St. Thomas Aquinas or whatever, near the church.
Yeah.
So Little Peach, because Alice used to work there. So I used to get paid to like stock the shelves, and Alice was my 7th grade teacher. And I used to stock the shelves, and she would give me money, but that's how I would start getting money. Like that's how I started working. Oh, that is so funny.
Is it a grocery store? Convenience
Oh, I'm
store?
sorry. Little Peach is like a 7-Eleven. It used to be.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Is it still around, Cynthia?
No, now it's, let's see. It went from Little Peach to Tedeschi's. Now it's 7-Eleven.
Oh, that's a shame.
Too, yeah.
That's a shame because Little Peach, first of all, has a nice little tone to it, but it was also like it felt like a local family little store, you know. I don't think it was. I think it was kind of like a chain thing or something, but yeah. So I started working when I was 12. And what's so weird is when I see my Social Security, you know, when they send you the Social Security thing and it sees how much you've maxed out or whatever, they actually list there that because I had an actual paycheck like when I was 13 starting, you know, because then I worked as a camp counselor. I worked at a nursing home. Like I worked since I was little. I should be able to retire now and still I cannot.
So I didn't get my first job till 17, but mostly because I was still recovering from my back surgery. So
Oh, I'm not an advocate for people to be working as soon as possible, kids, but I know like
we don't condone child labor here, okay?
I know, no, but Nathan and Juliana, they're 16. They're getting their Nathan just got a job, I think, at McDonald's, and Juliana just applied for Starbucks. She's like, I'm so excited to get free coffee. I'm like, okay. I don't think that's how it's gonna work out, but you don't want to say anything, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't think they're gonna be like giving you free coffee all the time. They might give you an employee discount. Things have changed.
When I first worked at McDonald's, it was my first job. You can get whatever you want. And I was like, this is awesome. And I did. Trust me, I did. But then little by little, they started to restrict it. And then until it finally came to 1 sandwich, 1 fry, 1 small soda. Small fry, small soda. That's it.
Right. Well, because I think it takes up from your bottom line. You know what I mean? Yeah. It takes away from I mean, I'm not trying to be all business or whatever, but it's just, you know, I'm sure that she was just excited about the free coffee. And I'm like, okay. If you mean by free that you'll pay for it out of your new paycheck, your first paycheck you're getting, that's going to work. But so a few things have happened that I'm excited about. It's 80 days before my birthday. And Rick, I don't want to talk about your birthday. We're going to talk about my birthday on the 12th. Okay. I don't care when your birthday is because only mine matters. Okay. But it's 80 days starting November 1st. It's 80 days. Rick's birthday is what? The 5th? The 3rd? The 2nd. I knew it was so close.
I thought we were on Prices Right for a second. Higher, lower.
Wait, you know what's even better is I don't even know what Cynthia's is. Like, I don't care about anyone else's birthday.
Wow.
I know.
Do you even know what month?
You don't know when my birthday is?
Oh my God, January 12th.
I just said that though. That doesn't count.
I always send you a card. I'm still waiting for my card.
No, the one. Okay, look there are a lot of things that are great about me, but the things that suck about me, I am honest about. I don't care about anyone else's birthday but my own. I don't care. I don't care. I have my.
She's really not a bitch.
I'm really not a bitch, but I don't know. I really love my birthday. It's all about me. It's my holiday. And you know what? It didn't get celebrated when I was a kid. So I have taken ownership of that personal holiday. And I wish everyone would do that. I wish everybody would be excited about their birthdays and do something amazing and great and fabulous. And but yeah, and I've just never had the best memory. So I do know my goddaughter's birthday. But other than that,
you never had any kind of birthday party when you were little? You don't remember?
I do not remember celebrating my birthday like a party like they do now. Hail to the no.
No, not like now.
Well,
That
not
was
even now.
crazy.
Like, I don't remember my mother celebrating my birthday, but I don't remember a lot about my mother, so that's not cool. But I don't even remember later on celebrating my birthday because who was going to celebrate it with me? Cynthia, do you remember the big party you came to for my birthday? I know, there wasn't one, right? So, Anthony just said my first job was at Wendy's Hamburgers when I was 17. I couldn't eat there for about 3 years after. That's a good point. That's a great point. Here's the thing too, Rick. I'll just say this, not to get sad or anything, but the reason why I love my birthday is I remember begging God to just let me live through whatever drama I thought I was going through and being like, please, God, if you let me make it to my next birthday, I promise I'll do A, B, C, and D. Like I would do these betting things with God. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just remember getting to the following year and being like, oh my God, I made it another year. Like, so for me, and in a way, it was kind of a cool thing because I love getting to my birthday because it means I made it another year. Not in a tragic way now, but like, oh my God, like, yes, you know? And I think when I outlived my mom, that's when I realized, like, okay, now I'm on my own. Like, that's all I wanted was to live longer than my mom did. You know what I mean? Like her age. So, which was 49, everyone. So clearly I'm over 49. but
barely.
Yeah, right. Well, no. But I mean, she was 49. She was so young when she died, really. And then I remember being like, I know I might die when I'm 49. Like, I remember having these conversations with God. You know what I mean? Like as a kid. So I think that's why I'm so obsessed with my birthday. Go ahead, Cynthia.
I was just going to say it's amazing because I think the exact same way. Because my mom died at 45, 2 months before she turned 46. And I'll be 46 in March. So I just keep thinking about that. Like, even when my siblings were passing 46, I was like, okay, they all made it. Now it's my turn.
Isn't that weird that we put that arbitrary? It's a weird thing, but God, I didn't realize your mom was so young. Hi, Alma. How are you? Wow, so my feelings won't be hurt when I don't hear from you. If I have it on my calendar, and I'm not sure if I have yours on my calendar, but if I have it on my calendar, I do my best. I get little pop-ups. Yeah, I don't know. And here's the other thing too. I remember like I would say happy birthday to people and they'd be like, oh yeah, thank you. Don't ask me how old I am. It'd be like, what the fuck? That's depressing. You know what I mean? Like people get so weird about it. Okay, but let me tell you why it's so important. November 1st is 80 days to my birthday, January 12th. I'm going to do it. I need to ask you guys to help me with my fitness challenge.
Okay.
So I'm gonna meet with you guys every week as I do it. I want to give you my update on my fitness challenge because I am tired of not being fit again. So I figured, so is that okay if I do that with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I would encourage anybody who's listening who may want to participate in this. There's not going to be any rules. You don't have to check in or whatever, but just do something more than what you're doing now every day. So here's one thing I implemented this past week. On last Friday is every day at 5:00, I have to already be ready to eat dinner. And then after dinner, walk around the block, which is about 15 minutes here. It's a 15-minute walk after dinner. And I was like, oh my God, like that has changed so much for me just by doing that. Alma just said, I celebrate the whole month of February. I love celebrating. So you know what? I used to do that too when my friends actually lived near me, but they conveniently all moved. I used to go out every single day with one of my friends, whether it be lunch or dinner or whatever. And now none of them live near me, which says something. Oh, did I not see you, Mario? Wait a minute. I can't get you here. Mario's here. Have you been waiting this whole time?
No.
Oh, you just came on. Okay, cool.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You look great.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
I
you.
missed
We
you.
miss
I missed y'all
you.
too. It's good to see
Okay,
everyone.
You
smiling.
as
Okay,
well.
good. Okay.
I'm here too. I'm just not camera ready.
Oh, hi, Alma. Hey, so tell us about your favorite childhood memory. Do you got one? Do you got one?
Who, me or Alma?
Well, both of you.
Oh, good or bad? And my favorite one was beating up a bully. Um,
Oh, I like that. Really? Were they
yeah,
bullying you or somebody else?
they were trying to bully me, and so uh, he was. I won't say his name, but he used to try to like beat me up on up and down the street, and so finally he wanted to fight me in front of my house. And my mom told me, she said, if you let that boy beat you up in front of your house, she said, I'm gonna whoop yo. And so then I got I got the strength of Superman. I got a wood plank off the fence. I swung it and knocked him out. And then I chased him down the street. And then I continued to whoop him in front of his house. And I remember his mama coming out. Leave my baby alone. I
Leave
said,
my
well, he was messing with me first. So, yeah, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh, that's a good one.
I
That's a
believe
really
I'm saying,
so
I believe
it's wrong, but it's good.
it was, as the kids say, I was standing on business. So,
Who did Alma beat up? No, I'm just kidding.
she used to beat up her brother all the time.
I actually, my brother used to get bullied a lot. And so I was like the enforcer. He would wait for me. I would go to recess before him. So then I would leave and say I need to go to the restroom. And then I would go find him and he'd tell me who was bothering him. And then I would go beat those kids up and then go back to class.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what?
that
And
one.
then I beat up many a kid after school in the backyard. Like, in
Wow.
the yard, you have like a back area always at the school. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I beat
Wow.
plenty of kids up.
she's
Wait
that
a minute.
one.
Alma, so Alma was the bully? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I was
No,
the
no, she was
enforcer.
the enforcer.
So I wouldn't seek it out. But I mean, if they were bothering my brother, I was like, well, my job was to take care of him because I was older
No,
than
no,
him.
no. You
So,
bullied your brother. Stop telling tales.
oh, well, I'm not saying I didn't bully him.
You put him inside the giant
I sure
football.
did.
You know how back in the day they had the football,
The little tykes. Do
the
you remember
little
those
type
little tykes footballs? They used to be able. It was the
with a
toy
toy chest.
chest.
And so you pop the top off the football and you could put all your toys inside because I had one. She used to put her brother inside
Take
the
the toys
toy
out,
box,
put him in,
steal it,
sit on top of it,
and
and then
roll
roll
it.
it.
She was awful.
Alma, I'll
She was
remember your
awful.
birthday, I promise. When is it? February what?
Her. And then she used to, I just found out a story. She told told her mom when we were there, every time he was scared of earthquakes. So she would wake up in the middle of the night and shake his bed and he would jump out and run out the house.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn, Alma, that's just
Yeah.
cruel.
And that would be my way of getting
Get
him
him back.
back because, he got bigger than me.
Yeah.
So then he would hit me and it would hurt. So I had to get creative.
So,
So,
Okay,
she
but
was
now
scared.
are you guys close?
no,
Nope.
Oh no. Oh, I
it's
thought it was a
okay.
happy ending.
I'm okay. I've made my peace with it.
Yeah.
I have. I believe in, and as I've gotten older, it's one of those things where just because they're family doesn't mean that you have to keep accepting their toxic behavior.
Oh, child, you're
So
talking
I
to the
I pray
choir.
for them. I love them, but I can't keep subjecting myself to that behavior because I have to take care of my own health. So, I just make sure that my parents are taken care of, that my family is taken care of, and I have a lot of chosen family who also chooses me,
Yep.
and that's the best thing. That's the
Mhm.
best thing. So,
Chosen family is actually the best family.
yeah, chosen family is, yeah.
Well,
because
I
you
think
choose
we
each
live
other.
under a facade of what family is, anyways. And look, I'm the wrong person to talk to because I have never believed. I know Cynthia's like, please let's not talk about this, but I have never believed in DNA. I don't care if we grew up together, and you know what I
You
mean.
know what? The Latin the Hispanic or Latin culture is very toxic in that way, where it's like, oh, but that's your mom, or that's your dad, or that's your tia, that's your cousin. You know that's your family. You have to forgive them. And it's
No,
like,
I
yes,
don't.
I do. But you know what? Well, the Bible says yes, I do have to forgive them, but I don't have to keep being in their presence.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that may be
so
true of the Bible,
Look,
but I don't have to
she
forgive them.
talking right, Eric? Rick is
Talking right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So the forgiveness is there because the forgiveness is for me.
not for
Because it's
them.
like, it's like me continuing to drink poison and expecting something to happen to them.
Well,
That's not going to
okay.
happen.
Wait. Okay, so here's my thing. Just because for people who are not biblical or religious or whatever, like myself, I went to 12 years of Catholic school, so I get it. My thing about some of these things about forgiveness are things that we keep hearing over and over and over again, and it really is hard sometimes to just let it go and forgive. And it's for me. I'm fine. I'm happy for them, but forgiveness to me is like I'm going to forgive you. I'm going to let you say sorry to me, and I'm going to let you back into my life. To me, that's what real
No.
forgiveness is, and I will not
Mhm.
do that. Those people are toxic. Do I wish them well? Do I think the best of them? Do I want them to have a wonderful, beautiful life? Of course. But I told them I am a better person without any of you in my life
Yes.
than when I'm by myself. So I need to walk away from this. We have tried this. It is not working. I don't care if my mother in her grave is upset about it. I have to move on. And it's the best thing I've ever done for myself and for them, but I have not forgiven them for what happened to me. I know in my heart, I'm not angry with them about it, but forgiveness to me, for me, not biblical or whatever, for
No,
me,
no.
the true
Right.
definition of forgiveness is allowing, like actually accepting a sorry and allowing people forgive them and let them go, right? You know what I mean? It isn't this weird thing where it's like, oh no, but they're great and what? No, I just have nothing to do with them. I just have nothing to
No,
do with them.
I disagree. I hear what you're saying, but my I think my definition is a little bit different than yours,
Mhm.
only because and it's not even religious or a religious feeling. What it is for me is boundaries. And the thing is, you can love someone from afar. That does not mean they have to be directly in your life. I can, because for me, I came up with a lot of abuse and trauma within my family from a person. Now I've come to the point to realize that the damage they were creating, they were putting on me was not because of me. It was because of their own damage.
Of
And I
course.
think, right. But it took me a while to understand that. So now I'm at the
How can
place
you love people who hurt you? Like, what
I
does love
don't,
mean
but
to you?
I love them in the sense of I want no harm for them. I want them to find their own joy and their own peace and their own
But
happiness.
don't you want
But
that
you don't
for
have to do it
most
around
people?
me,
But don't you
huh?
want that for most people? Like, I mean, look at. I think
I want that for every person, but that doesn't mean I have to have them in my life.
so for me, I do not love people who put me in harm's way and made my life more difficult. I don't
Mhm,
hate them. I don't wish them ill will. But for me, this thing about, like, so this is the problem with the whole definition of family.
mhm.
Family means you must love people. You know what you
No, it
means
doesn't.
me? I
That's
don't have
not
to
true.
love you. I don't
I
have to
don't. I,
love
I
you.
disagree with that. I mean, family
You can
has
disagree with it, but that's what we do
no.
when we say family.
No. Family has many definitions because that's what we say. We have our chosen family and we have our DNA family. Because chosen family can be anyone. Chosen family could be you. It could be Cynthia. It could be Rick. Chosen family are people we choose to have close to us in our
I get
lives
your point
and
on
be
that.
friends. And
Right.
that's a form of family. That's just like when Marissa sees some of my best friends and she says Auntie so and so or Uncle so and so. It's because they've had more of an active relationship in her life than actual blood family.
Again, you're preaching to the choir. I got you. I got
Right.
you there. I hear you.
Right. But what I'm just saying is like for me, forgiveness is forgiveness. And you can be over there and I wish you well. and I don't have any hate for you. So hate for me, because I can hold on to stuff like that. So for me to release it and let you go, that means I've actually forgiven you in on some shape or
I think we
form.
just have a different definition of forgiveness
Yeah,
and love and
completely,
family and
completely,
friendship. Melanie
completely.
said you can forgive someone and still not have anything to do with them.
Yeah.
Again, I think the qualifier, and Cynthia and Rick, I'm going to let you guys talk in a moment. I think the qualifier here for me is what I get upset about is all of these life coaches and gurus. We have so many sayings that we just accept, but we do not understand them for ourselves, and it just creates more pain for people. For example, what does it actually mean to just let it go? What does it actually mean? Like, letting it go is not an easy thing to do.
No.
Let what go? Let what go? Like, what
Let
does
your pain go. Let
oh,
your pain in that situation go.
but is it I there is no pain for me in that situation.
Then you let it go.
But this is what I'm trying to say, Mario. When we tell sayings to each other, when we just use these verbiages that people throw out there all the time, we
Yeah.
don't have any action plans to what that actually means. And so it
Right.
makes people think that they're doing something when they're not, and they're still holding pain. Right?
No, I get that.
My mother's other children who, are not in my book, are not in my life. I don't talk to their children, whatever. I don't have any ill will to them, but I knew that what we were trying to do was not working, right? Trying to get
And I'm in the same boat with you.
to college, right? I after everything had happened and I finally found my way to college and moved to California, there was trying to be this reconciliation, and we tried it. And I was like, you know what? Can't do it.
Hello, you and I are the same.
I know.
Pick me, because I have two siblings that I did not grow up with. I did not talk to. They tried to have a relationship with me. It did not work, and I'm fine with you being over there, because we didn't grow up together. We did live completely different lifestyles,
Mhm.
and without saying too much, it just didn't work. So therefore, I leave you over there. I wish you well. I had a sibling who was telling a friend that they were upset that they never met their niece. Well, that's on purpose, because you're not serving a purpose in her life.
Right.
So
Right.
so no. So there you go.
Melanie just said forgiveness is more for your peace. Again, Melanie, I don't disagree, but I think it's also one of those things we keep telling ourselves, but we don't actually. I have a lot of people say they have forgiven people and they have so much resentment in their heart. They're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
you,
that's true.
you have to really understand what forgiveness means for you. Like, what is the action plan in your system, in your body, in your being that actually means you've actually forgiven someone?
I
What?
think for me,
Okay,
I'm
but
sorry,
let me
Ray.
let Cynthia and Rick speak because we're
Yeah.
going. Go ahead, Alma. Go ahead.
I think for like I think one of the things also that is a misconception is that forgiveness is just like instantaneous, and it
Ooh,
isn't.
good point.
It is definitely a process. And like when I say I've forgiven someone, I literally forgive some of the same people every single day, because sometimes something will come up that will trigger a memory or a feeling, and I actively have to say, Lord, help me to forgive them. So it really is an action word, forgiveness, and it's something that you do have to work on. So I totally understand what you're saying, Carmen. Like we say, we have these sayings and we have these things that we say, these one liners for forgiveness, but it truly is a process and it is a work. It's
That
something
is,
that you do have to put work into. It's
yes.
not instantaneous, and it's not going to happen, like you said, magically. It will come up. You're thinking you're done, and you see them, or you see a picture, or you hear something that happened to them, or that someone saw them. And then immediately some of those things will crop up again. And so you have to start the process of forgiveness all over again.
And
Because
you'll know it's done when it
exactly.
doesn't affect you at all. Like, and that's
Exactly.
the weirdest thing.
Exactly. That's when you truly know it's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
Like if I see them tomorrow, I can be cordial and be like, hey, but I'm not letting them back in my life.
right.
You
We're on
know,
the
Last
same
so
page. Yeah. Go ahead, Cynthia.
last time we talked about this, I think I said the same thing. You know you're forgiving them when you could be in the same room with them and not get anxious and freak out.
yep.
Mhm.
And I probably will never be in the same room with them, but at a funeral I was. And Cynthia remembers that we talked about that. I went to a funeral and they all showed up, and Cynthia noticed my whole walk change. I was walking down the aisle all like badass, and
He was strutting down the aisle. The minute they walked in, it was like, she
I
just stopped right
wasn't
there.
expecting, and it was like the whole group at one time, and I was just in my feels because of who died
Yeah.
and stuff. It was Miss Oma, I remember. Go ahead, Cynthia. What's your take
No,
on it?
I think it is different for everyone. Everyone, it does translate forgiveness differently. Carmen, you definitely have your own way of dealing with things, but for the most part, I think everybody kind of sees forgiveness as what Melanie said and what Alma said. It's kind of, it's for you. It's your healing. It's not necessarily like for the other person. You wish them well. You can love them from afar. They don't have to be in your life, but it's more of your healing.
Rick?
Yeah, and what Alma was saying too, that it's a process. It's not a light switch. Like it's a process. It takes a while. Like when I was trying to forgive my dad, it wasn't days, weeks, months. It was years before I could like feel okay with him around me, because he just did horrible things to me. So it's like, wow, and you can't, and we've talked about this too before. There's no forgetting, that stupid thing, forgive and forget. You can't forget. You can't scrub your brain from a memory. It's there. You know what happened to you, right? But if you can just, I don't know, just be, I feel like if you keep holding that on, it's being toxic to your soul, kind of like.
It could be, but this is again. I'm not trying to be devil's advocate. It is the things that bother me so much that like, I know, right? That are like these. It's mostly these life coaches, people who are making thousands and thousands of dollars doing these speeches, and they're all saying the same crap over and over and over again, and it doesn't help anyone. Of course, they're selling millions of books and doing all these things, and it's like, so I like this whole thing about forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. Okay, to me, that's two different kinds of forgiveness. You always have to be able to say to yourself, okay, these people did this to me, or I reacted this way to these people. I did the best I could with what I had in front of me. I forgive myself for whatever mistake I made. That still has nothing to do with the relationship you had with those other people. And all I'm asking is to think about that, because I think that's a lot of the trauma. It makes it hard for people to walk away from people. People always ask me, why is it so easy, I'm doing quotes, for me to walk away from people, to tell people you're a fucking asshole, I'm out of your life, I'm done. And the reason why is because in my experience, it does nothing for me to see what I see in front of me, not make an evaluation, and not protect myself immediately. I've been doing this for too long. Go ahead, Mara. You don't have to raise your motherfucking hand, bitch.
No, I was saying that was me because I do the same thing. I have a limit, and then once you hit that limit or hit that wall, you're done. It's no more conversations. It's no. We can't come back from this. No, it's I'm done. I'm radio silent. Miss me, block me. Yeah, you're blocked. You're blessed. Move on.
Ooh, blocked
And
blessed. I love that.
I used to
I'm
say
the
that.
opposite.
Oh,
and I was the opposite.
what does that mean? The opposite.
I try to believe that people are inherently good and that they don't mean to harm me. And so I continue to lead with love. But then, like I said, as I've gotten older, maybe I don't go back 10 times. Maybe I just go back 2 times and then I'm done. But it used to be.
I think everybody has a different style. And look, I told Rick
Yeah.
this before, and I think I've talked to Cynthia about it. I think Rick, you and I had this conversation recently. I'm not saying my way is the right way, and I think one of the bad parts about me is I cut off people real quick. Like, you don't really get second and third chances. You know what I mean? Like, after your third out with me, I'm done. And it's a really quick, like, shut off switch. You know what I mean? It's like a light switch. It just turns off, and I'm cold and mean. And I have had people, Alden, if you're listening,
I understand. I live with someone like you.
So people will. I've had people who've been like, Carmen, we have to have a conversation. I just said Alden's name because he did this recently. He's like, we're going to talk. And I'm like, we're going to talk. I don't care, but I'm mad at you. You know what I mean? But he went that extra mile to make sure we had this conversation so we could try to keep our relationship because he knew I was pissed and I was done. You know, still mad at him, but I love him, so he gonna be back in. But I think it also depends on who we're talking about, right? So if
Mhm.
someone I love, like if Cynthia fucked me over and got me pissed off, she gets a lot more leeway than let's say Rick. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, damn.
Just kidding. But I think that's also part of it too. Like every relationship is very different and intricate, and you know, there are nuances to everything. So you have to take it. But I'm just tired of people saying verbiage, all these lines we've grown up with, like let go and let God. That's a very AA thing. I grew up in AA. And as much as that was my mantra, girl, I'm just gonna let it go and let God. And I'd be like, God, where are you? I'll let this go. You didn't fix it. It's so annoyed. And all of these things would get me mad because at some point they just become verbiage as opposed to what do they really mean to me? What does
Right.
it mean to let something go or to forgive, you know? What
Right.
does
I think
it
I
really mean?
think a distinction too with you specifically, Carmen, is when you cut people off. The purpose is because I want to punish you. No, the purpose is I'm protecting me.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you for
That's
saying
it.
that's true. Say that again for the people in the back. Go ahead, Rick.
For the people on the short bus, yes. I'm
Yes.
not trying to punish you. I'm protecting me.
Affecting me. And that's how I am.
Absolutely true. You are, I've never even thought about that, but that is, I am never, if anything, I just think we're not a mix. I'm letting you go because I know this is not working.
Hmm.
And the other thing I do that a lot of people don't do, and I'm not telling anyone to do this, is I let you know exactly why I'm letting you go. Like you're not going to be confused. I don't just stop talking to you. You will know why it is over. You know what I mean? Like
You will never
Yeah.
have to wonder.
you'll never
Yeah.
have to wonder. You may not like it, you may not agree. It doesn't matter, but it really is about protecting my space. Thank you for
Yeah,
saying,
for sure.
yeah.
Mhm.
I I I was I had someone who was in our lives for a long time, and they decided they wanted to lie and manipulate a situation. So finally I had enough. And I just said, okay, I'm done. And I told them, you know, in those words, I said, I'm done. And then they wanted to come back and expound and give me this long soliloquy about how they're feeling. I said, well, you know what? I'm glad you. I said, do you feel better? I'm glad you were able to express and get everything you needed out. You take care.
Hmm.
And that's it. And that's all I said. And I said, you take care. And then
Right.
after that, I blocked them. And then so their friends, still associated with my mom. And so my mom said, well, so and so said, they cut people off, but the one person they've always regretted, not having a relationship with is you. I said, yeah, that's their loss, not mine. I said, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Hmm.
you really are okay. I said, I'm okay. I'm like, I really am.
Well, I
Boundaries are important to me.
it's also because you have a lot of self-esteem and you know that you are okay because you have other friends or you have other people to go to or you have Alma or you have other, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
I'm
and
good.
that takes a big part of it too, because not everyone is like you and me where we are. I'd rather be by myself on my couch watching a rerun of Stargate SG-1 than hanging out with
Preach.
other people I can't stand. You know what I mean? I don't
Or
care.
watch 911.
That's
Yes, yes.
we don't talk about this before we're done today.
So, so the one thing with Mario that I have to say that I really admire about him is that he's very I think the word I want to use is like very honorable. So
Even I'm
His
looking weird,
face.
like, what? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
We all made a face.
I appreciate that. No.
Go ahead.
and he really leads with that, with his friendships. So when he feels wronged or he feels like something wasn't done correctly, he will try to address it in a way that is respectful and in a way where everyone can be heard. But then when the other party doesn't take, I'll say, responsibility for their part in whatever the situation was, that's when he gets his back up. And that's when everything starts going downhill.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm like,
So,
just take
so
accountability.
that's the word I wanted to use.
Take
Accountability. Is that I'll
accountability
take accountability
for my
for my
part.
part for whatever I did that maybe led you to believe that you could do this to me or say this about me or whatever. But now that I'm bringing it to your attention, take accountability for it, and then we can salvage what we need to salvage and move on. But when that doesn't happen, then he's like, "Okay, I heard what you had to say. I said what I needed to say. We're done."
Hmm.
Yeah,
So,
and look at
I,
and I'm all for and this is why I'm saying this again. This is just my thing. If I forgive someone, so let's say we have that same person in front of me, and I'm hearing them out, and I am going to forgive them. For me, forgiveness means I can allow that person back in, even if it's not the same level, but I'm not going to be like banishing them forever. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like forgiveness to me is an ability to hear someone say they're sorry or hear someone take accountability. I love that word for whatever they did. People who hurt whoever, me or a child or whatever the trauma is, to me, this again is my perspective. I don't have to forgive them. That's between them and their God and whatever they believe in. God gonna have to forgive them. I just need toxicity to be at bay to the best
um,
of my ability
Gone. Yeah.
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
forgiveness is not my thing to give them. You know what I mean? And I didn't do nothing. I was a child. You know what I mean? I don't need to forgive myself. I understand. I'm not mocking anybody else. I'm just saying I've really thought about this so much in my just living, right? Because you want to always be doing self-analysis. And I think what I'm just want to stress to everyone, the reason why we're talking about this is I want people to really start thinking about some of the kind of quotes we say to ourselves or the isms we repeat to ourselves and really think them through, because I think it really helps if you know what it means to you to let it go or to forgive or whatever the verbiage words are that we use on a daily.
Choose joy.
What?
She said, "Choose
Choose
joy."
joy.
Choose joy. Oh, go ahead, girl. Whatever. All right. I do want to wait. Does anybody else want to say anything on this?
Yeah, real
No,
quick.
Go
go ahead.
One thing that's baffled me is let's say you had a huge blowout with somebody, and both of you are like, you know what, I ain't talking to you again. That's it. We
Mhm.
just God bless you, bye bye, see ya. And then like a couple months later, they hit you up like nothing happened. And I'm like,
Oh no, no, no,
Mhm.
what?
no, no, no,
Did we forget what we said before? What are you
no,
talking
no,
about?
no,
Come
no.
up to me like nothing happened. What are you
Well,
talking about?
I think something that's interesting, and also it's happened with you, not me and you, but I know some of the things you and I have struggled with, especially from HAPS days or whatever, is this idea that people have all this revenge stuff. Like so you cut people out of your life and then they're like revengeful about it. And it's like, baby, I thought you didn't like me. I thought you said you hated me. I thought you, you know what I mean? Like, I thought you agreed. I thought we agreed. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why are
That's
you still
stalker
following me?
qualities right
What?
there.
There you go.
Stalker qualities right
Stalker
there.
qualities for
It's
Yeah.
sure.
so random, right? But it's
Yeah.
because you know why they're doing it, right? Because they do care about you. They do
Mm-hmm.
miss you. They are very jealous of you. They want what they didn't respect what they had before, and now they know it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And they
exactly.
missed the good times, which now they're not going to get back.
And
Sorry.
that's exactly what I was talking about. That one friend I was telling you about that I cut off. That they still talk to my mom. That's the exact same thing. He realizes now the quality of friend that I've always been. Because one thing I am true to my friends, and I stand 10 toes for all of my friends. Like if you need me, if I can do it, I'm gonna show up.
Mhm,
If you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm there.
mhm,
If you want to call me and vent about something, I'm gonna pick up the phone if it's within my means.
mhm.
I'm that friend. I'm gonna show up for you. If your kids are doing something and you need some support, call me. I'm there. I'm that friend. So when you kind of shit on me, then I'm just like, okay, thank you. I'm good. God bless you.
But
Don't call me no.
it's the quality person that you are. And that's what I meant by self-esteem before, right?
Hmm.
It might not be the best word, but you don't need people who are crappy in your life. Like none of us
No.
do, But so many people keep toxic people in their lives because they're afraid of not having people in their life, right? So you're a quality person, so you turn around and you're like, I know my value.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
You know, and then people call you every name in the book. That's how you know you're doing good, because they start
Yeah.
calling you names and whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
Charlie.
hey
Charlie.
I don't know what he wrote. I don't have the other chat up, so I'm just seeing. Can you guys see what he wrote on Facebook?
It takes a while. I discovered this. It takes a while. The only way you can see it quicker is if you actually put it on the screen, and for some reason it shows up there. It's the weirdest thing. It'll eventually pop up.
I have to put the other chat up and then put him up. Right there?
Yeah, see, there it is.
What is this thing? Okay, cool. Okay, we see it now. Cool. I got
Do
you.
you think this statement is true? I love and respect myself too much to allow you to treat me like crap.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Carmen.
What?
She's like, sure. He's like, sure.
Well, because it's not the most
Sure.
eloquently written thing. It's not. It's fine.
Just,
Well, what do you want me to say? Of course,
you should supposed to. That's wonderful. That's deep. That's smooth.
No, where are you reading this from? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I thought he was.
Who? No, I didn't read it. I just said it.
Oh,
See?
yeah. No, I'm sorry. I thought he
He tried to spit knowledge, and you just. Meh.
was between us. I'm done with the trick. It's over. I put a boundary up. Right?
You're done.
Wait,
It's a wrap.
I thought he was reading something. Charlie, never take any shit from anyone. See, he just translated it. Right? Like,
Pretty much.
I started
That's
feeling
the
like I was the
Charlie
guy,
way.
and then started feeling like I was the guy in Living Color. We need to philosophize and synthesize the circumstantial evidence.
is that King and Ivory Wayans? Oh, it's one of them.
Yes.
One of the ways, yeah.
Yeah, look, I just think, I think especially now, there's been these statistics. Andrea and I were talking about it the other day, where as we get older, we have less friends in
Hey,
our
Josh.
lives. We have less people. So when you're younger, you have all these friends. Hi,
Joshua.
is it Joshua?
That's yeah. English
Joshua
version.
Rosario?
Mhm.
Josh, I love your name.
Josue. It's Josue, I think.
Josue?
Yeah, but we call him Josh.
Sway.
Oh, you call him Joshua though? Hi, Joshua. Okay. Rick knows him, I guess. Hi. But I think I forgot what I was saying because I was into his name and then seeing Charlie's name. Like, I forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna have to rewind.
Philosophize in the circumstance.
And to testify
Ow.
of the justify
No.
of the principalities of the situation.
Okay. I'll just start over. Here's what I think. I think you have to feel comfortable that when you let people go, right? Because this is why people keep toxic people in their lives, because they're afraid of losing friends or not having enough people around. But if you trust that if you leave people alone, you're opening up an avenue for other people to come in. If you're spending all your time screaming and yelling or being upset or obsessing about someone, that's toxicity. That's toxicity. And you're spending all this energy. But and that's how I knew it was a cool trick. Not trick, but I realized when I started letting go of people, especially when I was dancing, people who were just cruel and mean to me because I was the only Black Latina. I was only, whatever it is. I was poor, whatever it is, right? Whatever names I was called, whatever. When I started realizing, like, fuck them, they're just jealous because I'm like the best one here, whatever. I was like, I'm going to be alone. I'm going to be by myself, whatever. I just started doing all this ego, self-esteem stuff for myself as a kid. All of a sudden, other people walked in. You know what I mean? From other places and walked into life and I was like, that's the trick. Let bad stuff out so that there's an avenue for other stuff to come in.
Yeah, for sure.
What did he write? Yes, Josh and Jose, tomato. Oh, that's funny. Tomato. Welcome. Well, it's nice to see you here. So can I get back to my fitness thing before we were rudely interrupted by my friend Mario and Alma visiting? I appreciate you being here. I really do. I'm so glad that you're here. You look good.
I look good. I look fly. Hey, catch my swag. No, just kidding.
Okay, November 1st, 80 days till January 12th. I'm doing a fitness challenge, and all I'm challenging people to do is to do something different or more than what you're doing now to get back on track. So, for example, I only like just normal walking. I do 5,000 steps. That's it. Just normal, going to work, coming back, whatever. But I'm up that to 10,000 steps. And
Ooh, that's a
I'm a
big
regular
jump.
workout. What?
That's a big jump.
It's
You don't want
really not.
you want to ease it to
Good.
8 and then get to 10.
Would you just support me? That's the goal. Why are you lowering the standard? No. I used to walk I never even cared about my steps because I was walking and running and whatever. Now I'm like all struggling to be like on the bike. Like, oh, I do like 2 weights and I'm dying. No.
Yeah.
I need to be cute on my birthday. That's what I'm saying.
She's like, I need to be snatched.
I need to be snatched. Yes. Snatched. Yes. I
You
don't
have
know.
to
That
bling
gut,
out
I don't think
your
that gut's
little
going anywhere.
thing there.
What?
I said we have to bling out your little wristband
No.
there.
You know what? It's so sad though. So the good news is
It's
that
about time.
what?
What happened? I missed that.
Oh, she don't know what happened.
So like a year ago, so for the audio, we're talking about my wrist again. So a year ago, I hit the back of my hand on the corner of a desk at Thanksgiving. And I didn't do anything about it. I didn't think it reminded me of like stubbing your toe. You know what I mean? It was just so painful. I was walking by and it just happened to grab and it was painful as all hail. But I didn't think anything of it. By January, I was like, do I have carpal tunnel? Did I break the bones? What I just didn't, because I didn't really remember what had happened. It was just so painful. So a couple months later, I finally went and saw a surgeon. And I did not break the bones, but there is a tear in the muscle. I have a cyst on the top of it. There's a big bump over here. So I don't need surgery, knock on wood, but we're being very aggressive about everything. And so this is like more of an athletic thing, move around, but I have a really hard one and I wear it at night and stuff to stop bending it because we use our hands all the time.
It's giving Apollonia 6, Purple
Actually,
Rain.
that's what's happening.
Yeah, that it's giving. Yeah,
But you need to change the story, though.
What?
You need to change the story.
Oh, you want me to change the story that
I need you to say you sock somebody,
right.
you know, something. It needs to be something a little more,
somebody was
you
messing
tap
with
them
me,
and then
right?
that's why it hurts. So now you're recovering,
Right. I
So,
beat the fuck out of them in front of somebody else.
exactly, yeah. Not just because you're getting old and you didn't heal right.
I'm getting old. Oh, sorry, it is that. I think it's just getting old. No, I did whack it. I did think it was arthritis, though. That was like I didn't know what I had done. But here's the thing. Moral of the story: if you ever hurt any part of your body and you think it's okay, you should still ice it immediately. You should do things to keep the swelling down or whatever, because that's what happened with your hand. You use your hands all the time. I clearly speaking all the time, but I also drive with my left hand. I never knew that. If you had asked me, Carmen, for $1 million, do you drive with your left hand or your right hand? I would be like, my right hand, of course. You know what I mean? But it's my left hand that I drive with. So that's been really difficult to kind of change. And so, yeah.
So your fitness goal.
Fitness goals. Okay. So I want to be able to run 3 miles by my birthday. Okay. When I say I mean jog, because I don't think I can run ever again. That's what I really want. I want to be able to do 10 push-ups. I'm not sure I'll be, because I used to be able to do 20, and not great, but if I could do 10, that'd be great. But with my wrist, I'm not sure that's even going to be a possibility because I can't. You know what I mean? I can't even. I just want to get back to that place where I feel really good about myself. And so working out every day for me is a must, but I got up the walking and I'm going to do better about jogging. And of course, if my surgeon is listening, I don't mean running. I mean walking quickly because he said no running. So spin bike. That's what I mean. Spin bike. Right.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give you guys an update every week because I want this to be, and you guys have to ask me, just to be like, what did you do? What didn't you do? If you don't mind, do you guys mind that?
Sure.
Okay, Cynthia, you've been on a fitness kick lately, but you're not telling nobody. Okay, I didn't mean to out you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to out
It's out there now.
you. I'm sorry. Are you mad?
Oops.
You inspired me. Okay, I'm sorry,
A
Cynthia.
little bit of a fitness thing, yes, right
Okay,
now.
well, will you forgive me, or is it over between us now?
You're cut off.
It's a wrap.
Rick, what about you? You were in a fitness kick for a while there.
Lost 40 pounds in 3 months. Yeah, and all I did was walk
Nice.
No, that was a
10,000
while ago because you've been talking about that story too long.
10,000 steps a day and just cut out all the junk. Just
I have
ate
to mess with him
stuff.
because he does this all the time. This has been a year.
Oh,
Shady boots. Just shady. Just shady.
Rick, I'm very proud
How
of
are we
you.
Yes.
supposed to
I'm
prove
very
Muchas
proud of
to
you.
people
gracias.
that you are not a
Gracias.
bitch, Carmen?
I am not a bitch, but Rick, when
I'm
did this
very
happen?
proud of you for walking your 10,000 steps, and I hope that she uses you as an example to be able to reach her goal of 10,000 steps a day. Your story is inspiring, and maybe she can lose those 40 pounds so she can be snatched by January the 12th. So be
40 might be a little
encouraged.
much.
Damn, I
Be
can't even turn it
encouraged.
off without turning off Mario. Damn. Look at her being all bold. Almost over between you and me, okay? Rick.
She said you have officially been gathered.
Man, she fucked me up. Damn, that was fucked up, Alma. Rick, when did you do this? Tell the people so I don't look like a fool.
Well, it was several years ago, but since I
Several
moved in,
years ago.
well, because when I moved in
Have
with
you,
mom, I
what
have
have
no
you
freedom.
maintained, Rick? Have you been able to maintain?
Look at Alma.
Well, when I decided to do it, I was 212 or something like that. And I was
Okay.
like, yo, what the heck? Never in my life have I been that heavy. So now I'm about 180-ish, something like that.
Boo hoo. Boo hoo. I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah.
Coming from somebody who was 328. Okay.
When
And
were
who was
you 28?
I was 328.
Mhm.
I got up to 328 and I'm now down to I was at 221.
I don't remember you being big at all.
Yeah. I've lost 107 pounds.
Damn. Huh.
Yes, and I'm still going. I got some more to go.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, Rick making me look like a fool, but now they all laughed because they see you.
How? How'd I make you look like a fool?
Because you were making it sound like you did this past year. It's been several years. Because when I first
I
met
don't
you, you
Listen,
think
did
I
that.
did.
we are not shaming anybody. Anybody who's
No,
lost weight,
at
doesn't
all.
matter how long. We're all doing good.
I'm a horrible person. I am a bitch. Okay, I admit it.
Hey, no matter what you wear, you is beautiful, you is important, you
Right.
is smart, and
You
all
is
that.
smart, you is kind, you is
Yeah.
important.
I'm not worried about my weight. What I'm worried about is I am not muscular and toned anymore. I'm all flabby now. That is just not working for me. I know Cynthia's
Yeah.
gonna in 2 seconds. Because I showed you my arms last week. I was so mad because I used
I
to
was
have
ready
nice
to.
arms like Michelle Obama. Okay, not like Michelle Obama, but like, like nice. I gotta go somewhere to like what's the struggle. Wait, am I reading that wrong?
Cynthia, did you wish you could reach through the screen and just smack her when she showed you her arms?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm feeling that way too right now.
Okay, wait. Here's my thing. Why
He
can't
said,
my struggle? It's my struggle. Can't we all have our own struggle?
you can. We all can because you know what? We all feel like we have something we want to be better about, something to improve about, and improve upon.
We support you.
And we
Yeah,
definitely
I
support
can
you.
tell Alma. I can really tell you support me.
He does.
We support you. I'm cheer you on. I'll be the first one to ask you every week. How's it going?
Okay. Cool. Oh no, I didn't know Alma was gonna be involved.
She is Miss Accountability.
I'll be snatched by January 12th for show now. Okay, cool.
She
Woo-hoo.
is Miss Accountability. No, I mean, for me, it's just about more weightlifting. I've definitely got the weight down. It's just I have a lot of loose skin, and I need to start doing more weight training. And
Listen,
it's just I don't have any.
doing
If there are any personal trainers out there who are still trying to get their certification and need a student for free to work with, call me. because I need something for free, not
Santa Monica.
paid, for
Where are you?
free.
Santa Monica, Venice,
I'm
Martin
in I'm
area.
in Dennis Smart Vista area. Yeah.
Pro
So tell them to
bono.
pro bono.
Pro bono. Right. Yeah. Um, yeah, I just as you get older, they say that you should do more weightlifting,
Yeah.
strength training, and so. But I'm
Yeah.
really sad. Like I used to be able to do a split. I used to be able to I used to be very very flexible, and I've lost some of that. So I got to get back on that. You know what I mean? Like I just want to get back to a fitness because enough with the injuries and all the drama. You know what I mean? Like after my hip surgery, my hip is great now. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Right.
I'm good.
Well, you don't want to be popping no hips out trying to do splits, so leave the splits alone.
Ah,
Don't worry about the
I'm not
splits.
talking about flexibility. Okay, I'm not gonna.
She wants to
Yeah,
be
it's not the
flexible.
split.
Well, just worry about the other leg. Just work on that one. Just that one good leg. Work that one up and down.
Like,
Yeah, just do that one.
that's so funny. You guys are cracking me up.
Being able to spread those hips is important. I'm saying.
Oh no. Okay, it's gonna get X-rated soon.
No, it's not. We stopped it right there. We
And
went to the line.
sadly, it is more difficult the older you get. Unfortunately, that's just a fact of life.
What, to spread your leg?
To split.
To get fit, be fit, and maintain fitness.
Oh, yeah, to be fit for
Because
sure.
it's easy when you're 21.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Very easy.
agree because what I read was that's also one of the things that we've been told to believe. It is harder to lose weight when you're older. It is
Yes.
harder to lose weight when you're older.
Very
But
good.
getting fit is not the same thing. You can get fit even when you're older, and it's not any harder or whatever. It might be harder because you've gotten set in your ways, you know?
No, but our metabolisms absolutely slow down. They're not as fast as a 22 or a 30-year-old person. They can they can snap back way faster than we can.
Right.
So
But you can get fit. You can start doing weights and stuff like that and try to get back on track. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it with you.
I see
I'll
these
do it with you.
70-year-old men looking like bodybuilders. I'm like, what?
Right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Because I've actually started going to the gym more. I used to just go once or twice a week. Now up to 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, I
So
don't do the gym. I don't want
I hate it.
the gym.
I hate it. I do hate it. I don't like talking to people. I'm antisocial.
I have
So
Peloton. I have the Peloton app. Not the
that must be
equipment.
nice because I don't have that. I have to go around people. And so but what I do, I have to go in with my headphones on and like sit on a bike and look at the TV and not look left or right. And I hate it when people come right next to me. Like
Do people
you
talk to
see
you a
this
lot?
huh?
Do people talk to you a lot?
They try to.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, I'm in Connecticut. Maybe it's different up here.
yeah, no, and that's why I
me.
put my headphones on,
Gym
so
culture.
therefore I won't talk. And so when some people I hear, they say when you don't go to the gym with any music or anything, they say you go in raw dogging it because that means you're absolutely opening yourself to everything around you. Whereas if you put your headphones on, you can lock into your own music, your podcast, your whatever, stay in your own world and get your stuff done. And that's really what I
It's the
like to do.
universal signal of don't bother me.
Yes.
Right.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah,
Please and thank you.
I live right here near the beach. You guys live right by the beach. I feel like it's such a waste for me not to go take a walk there at least 3 times a week. Like it angers me. Like
Yeah.
my gym membership is in my rent, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So whoa.
Down goes Fraser.
So I'm trying to be better about that. And but yeah, I just rejoined the Peloton, even though they're always trying to push their bikes and their treadmills and stuff. You don't have to have them. I don't have their equipment, but they also have like yoga, they have Pilates, they have strength training, they have all this stuff. And so we'll see how it goes. I just bought the monthly one right now because I know it's gonna happen.
They have all that stuff too on Netflix, like little 10-minute workouts on Netflix and stuff.
On
Do
Netflix?
they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
They're on Netflix.
You know where else there are some good workouts for free? AARP. I'm not lying. There are some good workouts on there. Look at I'm telling you, go check it out.
Probably find a bunch on YouTube too,
She
honestly.
said
There's
she
a whole
signed
bunch
me
of
up against my will.
What?
She said, yeah. She looked at me. She said, especially since you signed me up. She said, against my will. They
I'm
sent it to me.
started getting emails from AARP, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm not even close to it. I'm
No.
like, why are they sending me emails?
Because ARP isn't really about age. We all think it is. They do
Ma'am,
advocate for older
ma'am,
people.
I was offended. Okay, and that's all I was offended. And then I'm like, he's hearing me talk about this. I'm like, why? Why are they even reaching out to me? I'm not ready. Mentally, I am not there. And he's sitting there just snickering and laughing. And finally, I'm like, you did this. You did it.
Alma, just let go and let God.
I smacked him and then I let it go.
You gotta forgive.
Give them.
After she smacked
After
me.
I smacked him, then I let it go.
I love ARP. I told you I joined because of the guy on TikTok who's like 24 and he's been a member for so long and it's all he uses all the benefits. So I was
Yes.
like, wait a minute, what? So I'm now a fan of ARP.
Yeah, I am too. Look, I use it.
Yeah,
I definitely
there's a
use
lot
it.
of discounts.
Yeah, we're now both card carrying members.
Yeah.
Anthony just said United Healthcare gives all of their patrons a free Fitbit every 2. Oh, look at that.
I
Okay.
don't have United Healthcare. Boo, tomato,
Nice.
tomato.
I don't either, but that's a good thing. So maybe check your own healthcare, whatever you have. Maybe they do have some free things as well.
There's a lot of insurances too that pay for gym memberships.
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
Mine gives me a discount, but it won't pay for it. So I want free 99. That's what I want.
Yes. If it's free, it's for me. I'm just saying.
See, I love those sayings. Those are good.
I was watching an Instagram video of a woman, and all of a sudden she said, and I screamed. She goes, "Because honey, if it's free, it's for me." I was like, "Hey, that's mine. That's my saying."
She's like, you stole that. That's my trademark.
Wait, he stole it from you? Oh no, you're saying he should say that to her.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you guys came on.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I was supposed to come on earlier, but I've had some issues going on, but I'm better now.
I didn't share nothing with nobody.
No, I know. I had some health issues, and I had to have some minor surgery, but it's all good now.
You're looking good now.
I mean, you can talk about it if you want to, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, not for public consumption. I'll tell you guys offline.
Right. I already know. Your wife.
You already know, and I think I told Rick, but I haven't told Cynthia. But
Wait. Whoa. Are you friends with Rick without me knowing? Wait, what? Did you guys hang out without me knowing?
What?
Rick doesn't mind getting funny things on Instagram every so often.
Good.
Right.
Because the two of you, I had to tell him too, stop sending me shit on Instagram.
So Rick and I, we trade.
Okay, good. Okay, that's fair. That's great. Yeah. It's only because, again, I am coming across as a bitch, ain't I, today? I can't help it. Little bit. I know. Here's the thing. Okay, Cynthia, because I'm just going to say, Rick and Mario both send a lot of Instagram posts to me, like that are funny.
Past
and
tense.
when I get it, because past tense, because
used to.
No longer.
I know, but
long ago. We don't do that shit no more.
No,
So
send them to me. Send them to me. I love those.
Here's the reason though. Wait, if I'm gonna be labeled a bitch, y'all gonna know why. Okay.
And she said, I'm gonna wear my crown well. How about that?
I'm gonna wear well. Let me fix it here. Okay, here's the thing. Because I communicate with you guys on Instagram, I always think it's like something important. And then it's just, and I'm at work, right? It's always something that I'm at work and I'm like, oh my God, Rick, something happened or he needs something or whatever. And it's so that's what it is. Now, if you want to do that stuff on TikTok or anywhere else, I'm good, but not in the way I communicate with you. That's all I was saying.
Sure, you want to say that? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, I don't look at TikTok.
Things on TikTok.
I don't really look at TikTok
up on my phone. Facebook, TikTok, these things do not come up on my phone. Instagram, because you and I communicate that way, I have it on my phone. But I'm really good about putting up boundaries with people and with social media. My segue. Look at Mario's like, come over this bitch. Let's go. All right, everyone. It was so great to have everyone on the show. Oh my God, Alma, thank you for coming on with your beautiful voice and everything. We appreciate it. Mario, love you always.
Love you too.
Cynthia, mwah. Rick,
Mwah.
as always, adore you. Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Please check out All About the Joy, the store. Could be a nice Christmas gift. Some All About the Joy
Swag.
stuffage. Yep, some swag. We got hats, we got cups, we got
Stickers,
cushions, we got
totes,
stuffage. We got what?
stickers and totes and
Yeah,
hats.
I gotta get the tote bag. I keep forgetting to do that. Tote
Pillows.
bag.
Oh, the pillow.
Love
Look
my
at the pillow.
Oh, right? I gotta get one of those too.
Oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh?
Yeah, and check out the podcast
Show off.
Sundays. Please, it'd be great if you guys could also add us on your podcast list. It just helps us with what we're trying to do here. So hopefully we'll see you again next week. And remember, it really is all about the joy.